I should have listened when the locals warned me. Never swim at night. They said the ocean here was different, but after a few drinks, I was invincible. The moon was bright, the water looked calm, and I wanted to float under the stars. My friends stayed by the bonfire while I waded in, the cold waves shocking my skin. I swam out past the shallows, letting the water carry me. It was peaceful. Until I saw it. First, I thought it was seaweed, something dark floating beneath me. But then it moved against the current, rising up. A face, bloated, hollow eyes, and smiling. I kicked hard, thrashing toward the shore. Then, something grabbed my ankle, cold fingers wrapped around me, pulling down. My lungs burned as I struggled. My head dipped under, and for a split second, I saw them, dozens of figures, swaying beneath the surface. Eyes locked on me. I kicked, clawed. I don't know how, but I broke free and dragged myself onto the sand. My friends laughed, thinking I was just drunk. The next morning, I went back to the shore, needing to convince myself it was all in my head. But something else had washed up overnight. A hand, bloated, fingers curled like it had been reaching for something. Megan was the last one awake in the Airbnb, scrolling on her phone in the dim living room light. The others had passed out upstairs after a long night. Then, 3 slow knocks on the door. She froze. They were in a secluded rental, miles from the main strip. No one should be here. Curious but cautious, she crept to the peephole. A man stood on the porch, dressed in a security uniform. His face was mostly hidden under his hat. "Miss, you left your car lights on," he said. Her stomach twisted. They didn't have a car. She stepped back, fingers tightening around her phone. "Wrong house," she called through the door. Silence. Then, he tried the handle. Her heart slammed against her ribs. She texted the group chat. "There's a guy trying to get in." "Wake up." No one responded. A shadow passed by the window. Then another. Footsteps. There was more than one. Megan bolted upstairs and locked herself in the bathroom. She dialed 911, her voice shaking. By the time police arrived, the men were gone. No footprints. No sign of forced entry. But the officer gave her a strange look. "You're the 3rd call from this rental in the past 6 months," he said. She frowned. "From different guests?" He hesitated. "No. From this host. We've been trying to track him down, but there's no record of him owning this property." Megan and her friends left that morning. 2 days later, she checked the listing again. The Airbnb was gone, and so was the host. Kyle was exhausted after a long night out in Cancun. His friends wanted to keep partying, but he was done. He pulled up his Uber app, ordered a ride, and stepped away from the crowded bar. Minutes later, a black car pulled up. The window rolled down. "You Kyle?" the driver asked. Kyle hesitated. The app still said 2 minutes away, but maybe it hadn't updated yet. "Yeah," he said, getting in. The moment the door shut, something fell off. The car smelled weird, like air freshener trying to hide something. The driver was silent, gripping the wheel too tight. Then Kyle glanced at the dashboard. No phone. No Uber sticker. His chest tightened. "Hey, I think you're going the wrong way," he said. The driver didn't react. Kyle's fingers hovered over the door handle. Locked. No unlock button. The man started humming. A strange, tuneless hum.at. The next red light, Kyle made a split-second decision. He reached across, yanked the lock switch, and threw himself out of the car. He hit the pavement hard, scraping his arms, but scrambled to his feet as the car sped away. Shaking, he pulled up his Uber app. His real driver had cancelled. That black car, it was never his ride. 2 weeks later, police found an abandoned vehicle in a remote part of the desert. Inside were wallets, phones, IDs of people who had vanished, and a single phone, still open to the Uber app, searching for its last passenger. Thank you for watching. See you next time.